You're listening to Heather's Do Vegas. Join your go-to-gal for all things celebrity gossip, reality TV reviews, fashion tips, and of course, all of the inside scoop on Sin City.
Hey babes, welcome back to another glitter-drenched episode of Heather's Do Vegas. I'm your host, Heather Ashley, longtime Las Vegan, professional tea spiller, and occasional troublemaker. And of course, we've got our very own four-legged intern in the studio today, Sassy the pug. She's on her fourth nap for the morning, but don't worry, if the housewives get too messy, she's going to bark once for cut the mic and twice for pass the Birkin. Girl has better instincts than half of Bravo. All right, let's dive into the hottest headlines, juiciest reality recaps, and what's sizzling here in Vegas this week. Okay, what's buzzing? Zayn Malik just announced a 7-night Las Vegas residency in 2026. Honey, former One Direction heartthrob, now Sin City showman for 6 whole nights. Get ready for swoons and maybe a few ex-directioners crying in the lobby. I won't be one of them, but I'm sure there'll be a few. I have some Bravo fun facts for you. Some fun dish. Carl from Summer House, he is dropping a new memoir called Cake Eater. It's coming out in December. And apparently in his memoir, he talks all about his hot topics, from his breakups to sobriety to reality TV, the passing of his brother. So if you want to learn more about Carl, he's got a memoir coming out. All right, Bravo is coming out with a version of Wife Swap. If you remember this show, Wife Swap, I remember the show. It was pretty wild at the time. Well, they're doing their own version of it where several Bravo housewives will swap with quote unquote real wives out there. And the Bravo ladies who are partaking in this swap are going to be Angie K from Salt Lake, Emily Simpson from the OC, Melissa Gorga from Jersey, and Dr. Wendy from Potomac. I mean, each of those girls are a hoot and a handful. I am excited to see how well they swap with their counterpart wives. Oh, and that's some more Summer House. So they are coming up with a spinoff called In the City. And the premise of this is where most of your Summer House faves are going to, show their lives back in the city, their Monday through Friday routine. And yeah, it's going to feature Lindsay, Carl and Amanda. And if you remember Andrea, he's that Italian guy. Yeah, we all remember Andrea. No word on when that's coming out, but I'm sure it'll be hitting our screens soon. Oh, I have some breaking Housewives news. All right, it's a little bit of a blast from the past, but of course we can never forget our dear Lisa Rinna. So she has a podcast with her husband Harry Hamlin, and I mean, yeah, he agreed to that, and she does don her bucket hats constantly, which I love a bucket hat. Don't get me wrong. Most of mine are sequin, but I can't shame a bucket hat. Anyway, so Lisa Rinna went to Kyle Richards' daughter's wedding, which happened recently. And apparently the Bravo cameras were rolling. Producers tried to talk Lisa back into coming back onto the Beverly Hills Housewives. And guess what? She turned them down. And then she says on the podcast, they even invited her to come to BravoCon, turn that down as well. I mean, Lisa Rinna saying no to cameras like Vegas saying no to neon. It just doesn't happen. So either she's truly done or she's setting us up for the most dramatic comeback. I'm not sure, but we'll stay tuned for that. All right, so switching gears, let's talk some October in Vegas, okay? I mean, it's not just pumpkins and candies. I mean, it's full-on spectacle. It's Fright Fest. It's costume chaos. Yes, Sassy, our pug intern, she does have her... Actually, she's got a couple costumes picked out. She's going to be doing some costume changes. It's going to be a full dog parade all the way through to the 31st. So, but here's what I decided to do. I wanted to give you guys like a little bit of a breakdown on some fun things happening based on categories. You know, I've got stuff for thrill seekers, foodies, the party crowd. I got you covered. So let's start off with some haunted immersive experiences. And this is, you put this top of your list. It is the Universal Horror Unleashed at Area 15. Okay, I'm going to be covering this more extensively in an upcoming episode. This is your October to-do list right here. Take everything else off your calendar. This sucker is a big deal. Totally worth it. I'm not going to get into a lot of details because I want to save it for an upcoming episode, but this is a perfect October outing and will get you very much in the mood for scary movies, costumes, or all of it. Got to do it. All right, another recommendation I have for you is Asylum and Hotel Fear. I mean, if you want to feel like you walked into a horror movie, these two haunted houses deliver like none other. Another good one, Haunted Harvest at Springs Preserve. It's more family friendly than the first two I mentioned, but again, immersive, and they have gardens, lanterns, spooky decor, ghost stories, all kinds of fun stuff. Okay, this is one I have got to do. It is on my to-do list. Ghost tours and haunted walks downtown Vegas. Got to do it. I guess they also do it in Boulder City. But I've wanted to do one of these organized walks in downtown, and this is, I think, the perfect time to do it. So they blend like Vegas mob history, haunted tales, just like the dark corners of neon legacy. I think it's going to be a good one. I'm excited. I'm going to report back on that for sure. All right, let's talk a little bit more like a party crowd. The Sin City Halloween Ball. This is top tier party time. You've got to go to this. Look this one up. Google it up, Sin City Halloween Ball. Another one is the Haunted Heights at Circa Legacy Club. So this is their top floor. But at the Legacy Club, they do lots of themed events up there. There's a DJ, open bar, costume contest. That's a great one. Don't miss that. Another great party, the Trick or Treat to the Beat at the Virgin Hotel. They always throw a great event. I mean, this is costume party meets live music, just all the things you want for a Halloween party. Trust me. Fremont Street Halloween Block Party. You got to check that out. Do visit their website because they just have tons of events going on. A couple of other quickie fun things. Halloween Town is like pumpkin patches. They're all over town, various locations. Downtown Summerlin, Parade of Mischief, always a great event. Those are ongoing parades that they have throughout downtown Summerlin. And then they have live entertainment and just, costume contests, trick-or-treating, all kinds of fun stuff going on. So just a couple pro tips on any of these events. Definitely double check the websites, get all the info, book early. A lot of these, maybe are their ticketed opportunities, and they do sell out. Don't wait till the last minute. I'm telling you, these things do sell out, especially the more high profile ones. And then check the costume rules. Most of them do not allow masks or props. Yep. Bring a little layer. We are, we're in that time of year where we're dipping down, although our daytime temps are, high 80s, maybe 90. We're not going to be seeing that much anymore, but even we're in the 80s, but we're dipping down into the evening. So make sure you bring maybe a little cape. Yeah. All right, let's switch on over to one of my favorite topics, Housewives. And then I've got some other fun rando TV things I want to chat with you guys about. All right. Okay. So confession time. We're going to talk about Salt Lake City first. Salt Lake City. I'm really just going to focus on Salt Lake for this episode because there's a lot. We've missed the ladies. They are back. We're now episode 2. And I've got to tell you, I was worried about that season opener, like most of you. The RV trip, the overproduction, the shtick in the woods, the full Blair Witch Project of it all. I mean, I thought, bravo, did you just hand me a student film assignment? I don't know what's happening here. Help me, Sassy, help me. We were both looking at each other. We didn't know what to do. But thankfully, redemption was swift and Excellent. Okay. Episode 2 gave us what we signed up for, which was cocktails, chaos, and a party hosted by a friend, aka the perfect playground for housewives to embarrass themselves. Yes, it is. Always. You know, when there's a party hosted by some rando friend, the embarrassment is going to be over the top. Okay, so let me remind you and set the scene. The grand entrance, we were all waiting for Lisa Barlow. She was not in the first episode from what I'm hearing. She was still in contract negotiations. So she managed to ink the deal to get onto episode 2. She comes sweeping in to this party like the Vita Tequila queen that she is, like fresh off that lunch that she had with Heather Gay. So Heather Gay takes Lisa to lunch before this party, fills her in, and basically told her, honey, they were roasting you over that campfire like a marshmallow with a side of tequila shots. Yep, that's right. In other words, we were on that ridiculous camping trip talking all kinds of smack about you. So Lisa she's teed up. She storms into this party like hotter than Vegas Strip in July, and she zeroes right in on Angie K. I mean, who had the audacity? Angie had the audacity to compare Lisa to Jen Shaw. I mean, if you know, you know, but that doesn't fly. Oh boy. But you could literally, once Lisa approached her with that, I mean, you could literally see Angie K's face fold itself quicker than a cheap lawn chair. I'm telling you. I mean, there was no Greek spa goddess energy there, right? Okay. But now let's talk the main event here. It was Lisa versus Bronwyn. Woo. Okay. Ding, ding. Where's the bell? Ding, ding. Okay. It was Housewives fight night. Yep. That's right. Fight night. Get your t-shirts out, forget the popcorn. It's going to take more than that. I'm telling you. And here's the thing, I was thinking this, if Bravo University ever offered a masterclass in reality TV brawls, this would be the case study. You could get a PhD in watching this fight. And okay, let me break it down for you. Okay, so Lisa comes in swinging. And let's be honest, she didn't have one solid argument in her arsenal. Not one to go up against Bronwyn. Okay, I mean, unless you count the quote of the century, sucking gout. You know what? I'm not going to say it. You fill in the blank, friends. If you know, you know. This is a gout-free show, but apparently not in Lisa Barlow's vernacular. Okay, so then, meanwhile, Bronwyn, what is she? Oh boy, she came armed with the quick wit of the debate team champ. I mean, verbally handling Lisa, her sparkling first, round after round. Okay, every comeback, every clapback, smart, sharp, and devastating. By the end, Lisa basically waving the white napkin. I mean, the verdict, Bronwyn was a TKO. TKO. It was beautiful. It was masterful. I couldn't say any more about it. She was a pro before she even stepped in front of the red light. Man, Bronwyn, sight to behold, sight to behold. Like I said, I'm going to skip over Orange County this week. A lot going on there. Miami, in my opinion, with the whole art thing, I thought the episode was really boring. I really don't feel like there's much to say about Miami this week, to be honest. But while we're still talking drama, let's touch on that new Charlie Sheen documentary. I mean, the thing is wild. Drugs, Hollywood chaos, public meltdowns, none of it's shocking, but all of it is jaw-dropping. I mean, the man practically trademarked winning while actively losing on every possible front. I'm telling you, Charlie Sheen's basically the original Bravo house husband, but without a peach, an orange, an apple, and to hold. I mean, he's got the same messy energy with a bigger budget, worse PR. I mean, if Bravo had just cast him in 2011, he would have fit right in between, a Vicky and a Ramona. He missed his calling, I think. But you never know. I mean, crazier things have happened. The doc is very well done. I highly recommend it. It's very interesting, fascinating to see kind of that like sort of Brat Packish, era of actors and all of their craziness. I mean, one of the highlights in the doc was Heidi Fleiss. If you remember her, she was the quote unquote Hollywood madam. The woman is living amongst many a parrots, apparently. And I'm almost positive She is somewhere in Vegas. I've heard this. I haven't looked it up, but I'm hearing this. It's a little disturbing only because you should see her bird sanctuary. It's wild. Just watch the doc just for that. Okay, another guilty pleasure that I've stumbled upon here, a TV guilty pleasure, Golden Bachelor. That's right. I did not watch the first season of Golden Bachelor. I heard a lot about it. I did, however, and I talked about this in previous episodes, I did watch the first Golden Bachelorette, most of that, and I got sucked into watching it. And I swear to you, I just happened to turn on the TV. I was like cleaning up, doing something or other. And I'm like, oh, let me just turn on like some, background noise. What do you know? The Golden Bachelor season 2, episode 1. And I'm sucked. I'm sucked in again. All right. So let's talk about it. Mel Owens is his name. He is the Golden Bachelor. Now, he already made quite a name for himself by doing some publicity pre-promotion for the show long before it aired just this week. And good old Mel, a little bit about him. He's a retired NFL player, now an attorney living in Orange County. So his controversy is he went on a podcast recently or a few months back, and he said that on the show, going into the Golden Bachelor, he did not want to date women over 60. I mean, excuse me, sir. I mean, this is the Golden Bachelor, not the Bachelor Peter Pan edition. No, ma'am. I mean, if you want women who never grow up, may I suggest a Marvel movie premiere? Yeah, you might want to try it. You might want to try it. So he ruffled a lot of feathers, sent shockwaves around the country with those just awful comments. And so watching the first episode was really funny because all the ladies, if you've seen the show, he stands outside the mansion. Each woman comes up and she kind of does some like little silly shtick that is unique to her personality, unique to kind of who she is to make herself stand out. Some of the women confronted him right up front when they met him. However, once he did finally meet all the ladies and they were gathered in the living room, getting to know each other, and he walks in, he does address the big elephant in the room and apologizes for his comments on that podcast. Because it wasn't only just that he said it wasn't going to date anyone over 60. He really kind of went in deep, characterizing women over 60 as having, just not physically appealing and just all sorts of just unflattering comments. So he did apologize. And I don't know, I guess that he's been redeemed and we'll see what happens next. I'll probably hang on for a few episodes of that. And then I kind of pitter off and then I find something new. Like I've already pittered off of Dancing with the Stars for crying out loud. I only, I saw one episode. I need to get back on that. You guys need to keep me in line. Keep me accountable for these shows. If I'm going to talk to you about them, I'm going to bring them up and hype them up, keep me along for the ride. All right. We got to encourage each other. We're here. We're in this together. So something fun I wanted to bring up was a little listener mail. Yep, that's right. Heather Ashley got a little fan mail. And so this is from a listener handle called Glitter Bomb. I mean, I know I love Glitter Bomb already. You're my favorite. Probably my only listener, but that's okay. That's all right. We got to grow one by one. One by one, we grow. All right, so Glitter Bomb asks, Heather Ashley, I'm coming to Vegas next weekend. What's a not too touristy brunch spot you love? Good question, Glitter Bomb. I'm going to suggest I'm partial to the Arts District brunch spots. Okay, I'm not going to call out anyone individually because there are so many great ones, and I would rather you Google Arts District brunch and see what you come up with. You really can't go wrong. They're fantastic. Or go on the socials. They're all on all the socials. Arts District brunch. Each of their menus are really creative. They all have like really fun, creative cocktails. A lot of them will do bottomless. The vibes. These are just vibes you don't find on the strip and you can't go wrong. So check it out. Report back. Let me know. I can't wait to hear back from you. Okay. Well, all right, babes. That's our pop culture, our Housewives tea, Charlie Sheen chaos. I mean, Gotta throw that in there. In Vegas Sparkle, it's all rolled into one. A big thanks, of course, to Sassy the Pug, the intern, for her snoring contributions and just all around cuteness. I mean, honestly, she's more reliable than any housewife, I will tell you. All right. Well, listen, if you loved today's episode, don't forget to rate, review, and share with your squad, even your messy friends. Yes, the messy friends are the best ones, so share with the messy friends. Until next time, keep your heels high, your shades sharp, and your nights in Vegas super bright. All right, that's it for Heather's Do Vegas. Love ya.
This was a blast. Be sure to follow Heather Ashley on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Heather's Do Vegas. Share the pod with a friend, and don't forget to rate and review.